In this problem, we're going to create another pivot table, and this one we're going to do a count by score. So you've seen these exam scores before, but then we want to group them into ranges. So scores from 50 to 59, 60 to 69, etc. So once again, I'm going to put my cursor inside one of the numbers. I'm going to go to Insert Pivot Table. It assumes I mean all the data that's connected to it. And let's go to a new range. In this case, I want to bring down the score. And I'm going to bring down the score one more time. And right now it's summing, which doesn't make a lot of sense, so I want to change that to count. So I'm going to click on the drop down here in the lower right hand corner, click on Value Field Settings, and change it to count. Alright, this is a little more helpful. It gives us the count at each score, so we can see that, for example, 91 is the most popular. But I want to break it down into groups of 10. So I just right click on any one of the scores in column A and click on Group. Now the lowest score is 53 and the highest is 97. If I leave it as is, the groups are going to be 53 to 62, 63 to 72, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So we're going to go to 50 and 100, grouping by 10. There we go. Once again, I'm going to just remove the field headers. Count a score, okay, that's all right for now. What we want to do now is insert a chart. So we won't have our mouse anywhere in this pivot table, and let's click on the Analyze toolbar, just a chart. And I would say a column chart is appropriate. And now we can see our data and in a visual manner. This is handy. This gives a little bit more of the trend to show. I do want to show one thing about data in any pivot table, but this is a little bit easier to change. I'm going to go ahead and change several of these 80s to 90 something. I'm just adding 10 to 90. If we go back to our pivot table, we'll notice it doesn't change. So that's one thing we need to keep in mind with pivot tables, that if you change the data, you need to refresh it. So I'm going to the Analyze toolbar, and in the middle there is a refresh. I'm going to hit refresh, and you notice it changes along with our chart. Now if you had saved the data, close the Excel file and reopen, it would do the same thing as refresh. So if you can't find the refresh button, or remember that, that is another method that will work as well. Alright, that concludes this example. I hope you look forward to another one.